Sound of digging, birds chirping. Hey there. I want to tell you about something incredible that happened in our garden this summer. You know those moments that change everything? Well, this was one of them. It was a warm August afternoon in 2025, and we were digging up space for Mom's new rose garden. Just another normal family activity, right? That's what we thought until Dad's spade hit something with a distinct metallic clang. Metal scratching sound. What we found wasn't your typical buried treasure. It was this old, rusty tin box. But here's the weird part. It had these strange markings all over it, and I swear they were giving off this faint, otherworldly glow. Not like anything we'd ever seen before. We brought it inside, gathered around the living room table. Granddad, with his trembling hands and reading glasses perched on his nose, carefully opened it. Inside was this collection of diaries, but the first one was special. Its title read 0AE, the First Architect, but soft, mysterious music. This one, Granddad whispered, his voice filled with wonder. This one is the oldest. According to these markings, it comes from before time itself. We all exchanged looks of disbelief. As Granddad began to read, the room seemed to darken, and his voice took on an ethereal quality. The words that followed, they weren't just words. They were something else entirely. Deep, resonant voice. I sang the world into being. My voice carved through the void, each frequency becoming matter, each tone transforming into stone. The universe was my instrument and creation was my song. Brilliant regular voice returns. We sat there completely stunned. The way the diary described the birth of our world. It wasn't like any creation story we'd heard before. It was beautiful, mysterious, and terrifying all at once. You know what the craziest part is? This was just the beginning. What we found in that garden that day, it would change our understanding of everything. But that's a story for another time. Let me share with you what I found in this mysterious diary. 2 entries that challenge everything we thought we knew. Entry 2 marked 100 AE, Age of Ether. There was no candlelight in our city's dear future. The air itself carried current. You won't believe me, but imagine streets that glowed without flame, homes lit by the very essence of the heavens. Our copper dome towers reached toward the sky, drawing down energy pure and endless. Children played in streets bathed in ethereal light, their laughter echoing beneath the resonant hum of what you'd call impossible technology. We lit our homes with ether, not oil. Those magnificent towers, they tuned the heavens themselves into light. The soft whispers of disbelief. But that's not all. Entry 3 shakes our world even further, marked 500 AE, the Great Felling. They will tell you of dinosaurs, but these are lies crafted to hide the truth. The Titans were trees, ancient giants that made our tallest redwoods look like saplings. Imagine forests where each trunk was wider than your grandest castles, branches so high they brushed the clouds themselves. These weren't mere woods, they were nature's cathedrals. What you call mountains today, those flat-topped mesas, they're not what you think. They're the graves of these magnificent titans, cut down in what we remember as the Great Felling. Child's voice, barely a whisper. You mean mountains or tree? Sound of diary closing gently. Sometimes the truth is more fantastic than any story we could imagine. And perhaps, just perhaps, this diary holds secrets that could change everything we thought we knew about our past. Sound of old pages turning. Granddad's hands trembled as he continued reading the diary. Each entry peeled back another layer of our forgotten history, each revelation more earth-shattering than the last. Entry 4 caught my eye, the ink still dark against the yellowed paper. Water was life and power. Carriages ran on it, not oil. I could almost see it. Magnificent aqueducts pulsing with ethereal light, streets filled with carriages powered by crystal-clear tanks of water. Not the steam engines we learned about in school, but something far more extraordinary. We rode currents, not fire, the words whispered from the page. We drank from fountains of power. I glanced at the date, 700 AE, the severance. My family sat in stunned silence, Mom's head slowly shaking in disbelief. But it was entry 5 that made my blood run cold. Maps! Granddad's voice cracked as he read. The flat ones are true. Lands beyond the wall, each reset shrank them. The parchments he unfurled showed something impossible. A vast, flat Earth with hidden continents, each subsequent map showing less and less territory, as if our world was being deliberately reduced. Edges are lies, the diary proclaimed. Beyond the veil lie unspoken lands. 1000 AE, the shrinking world. Granddad's hands shook as he touched the forbidden maps, his voice barely a whisper. These maps were forbidden for a reason. They show what they took from us, what they made us forget. The truth was there in faded ink and ancient parchment. Our world wasn't what we thought it was. It was bigger, stranger, and far more mysterious than we'd ever been allowed to know. Sound of diary closing softly. The pyramids were not tombs. Granddad's voice trembled as he read the words. They were power stations, aligned to grids. You know, I never understood why those ancient builders chose such a precise geometric shape. But now, as I read these words from 2,000 years after Earth's beginning, it all makes devastating sense. Imagine standing there in what they called the Resonance Age, watching these massive structures pulse with energy. Not the lifeless monuments we see today, but living, breathing hearts of crystal and stone. Each one connected to the other through invisible veins of power. The ley lines we've dismissed as mere folklore. Soft, contemplative tone. The diary speaks of entire cities illuminated by this network. Not with the harsh electric lights we know today, but with a gentle, almost organic glow. The pyramids weren't built to house the dead. They were designed to sustain the living. Picture it. Beams of pure energy shooting across continents, following these ancient veins of power. Each pyramid serving as a node, a heart pumping this mysterious force through the Earth's natural grid. Our ancestors weren't primitive builders. They were master engineers of energy we can't even comprehend. The room falls silent as Granddad slowly closes the diary. The weight of this revelation hangs heavy in the air. For at least 1 minute, nobody dares to speak. The truth we thought we knew about our past is unraveling before our eyes. This, Granddad finally breaks the silence, his fingers tracing the worn leather cover, was only the first. The next entry is dated 3000 AE. It speaks of the first reset. Our eyes drift to the tin box, still half full of secrets, of truths buried for millennia. What other revelations lie within those pages? What really happened during the first reset? The answers are there, waiting to be read aloud, waiting to shatter everything we thought we knew about our history. Don't forget to click subscribe to Beyond Cosmic Realities, so as not to miss episode 2, The Truth Has Been Buried for Too Long. It's time for these diaries to speak again.